Hi everybody. Today is July 18th, 2019. We are in Tithi Tritiya, which means the day is ruled by Brahmala, and Devi Gauri was married on this day, in this Tithi. And this also has energy coming from Mongol. And so folks, today we're going to be using Sage Parashara's Horashastra, and we are going to be talking about Mesha ascendants, and a good way for you guys to indicate whether you have a Mesha ascendant is number one, by having the number one placed in the first house. And also, if you are a Mesha ascendant, you will have either, it's going to cover it's going to spread through three nakshatras. You will have an Ashwini nakshatra. It covers all the pods. Or you will have a Baharani. It covers all the pods of Baharani as well. Or you will have a first pod Kritika. And so folks, we're going to talk about the Bhava effects for these natives. And let us jump into the boat and go on sail for the Bhava effects, according to Sage Parashara. So the effects of the first lord in the first bhava, the native will be endowed with physical happiness and prowess. He will be intelligent, fickle-minded, will have 2 wives, and will unite with other females. And the second lord in the second bhava, the native will be wealthy, proud, will have 2 or more wives, and be bereft of progeny. And folks, for you Mesha or Aries ascendants, you will have the third lord in the third bhava. The native will be endowed with happiness through co-born and will have wealth and sons. Be cheerful and extremely happy. And moving for a fourth lord in the fourth bhava, the native will be a minister and will possess all kinds of wealth. He'll be skillful, virtuous, honorable, learned, happy, and be well disposed to his spouse. And with our fifth lord in the fifth bhava, the native will have progeny if related to a benefic. Now, Sage Parashara does state that there will be no issues if malefic related to Putter's lord placed in Putter's bhava. Putter's lord and Putter's bhava will, however, make one virtuous and dear to friends. So, a lot of you folks who have been studying Vedic astrology, we all know that Surya, or the sun, is considered to be a malefic. But, I mean, of course, it's also connected to our soul and so most people look at it in that aspect, but it is what we call a functional malefic as well. It does behave like a malefic, especially with its aspect. It causes combustion. It is considered a malefic. But according to Sage Parashara, if it's Surya that is in this fifth bhava, there's not going to be an issue here. As a matter of fact, Surya in this fifth bhava will make one virtuous and dear to friends. So folks, I'm going to read that again, and I'm going to read it exactly how it's written, so you can write that down if you need to, so you have it for your records. I want to read it exactly how it's written, without my dissecting it. So the fifth lord in the fifth bhava, the native will have progeny, if related to a benefic. There will be no issues if malefic is related to Putter's lord, placed in Puttar bhava. Putter's lord in Putter's bhava will, however, make one virtuous and dear to friends. And folks, moving over for a sixth lord in the sixth bhava, the native will have enmity with the group of his kinsmen, but be friendly to others and will enjoy mediocre happiness in matters such as wealth. And the seventh lord will be in the seventh bhava. The native will be endowed with happiness through wife. Be courageous, skillful, and intelligent, but only afflicted by windy diseases. And the eighth lord in the eighth bhava, the native will be long-lived. And so again, if the eighth lord is in the eighth bhava, and I know that Sage Parashara has mentioned this, quite a few times, the native will be long-lived. Now, if the said graha is weak, being in the Randar bhava, which is this bhava, Randar means the eighth bhava, the longevity will be medium, while the native will be a thief, be blameworthy, and will blame others as well. So folks, let me dissect that, because a lot of these words are not used today. So again, the native will be long-lived with the eighth lord and the eighth bhava. Now, if there's a planet that's weak inside this eighth bhava, the longevity will be medium, and the native will be a thief, be blameworthy, and blame others as well. And the ninth lord in the ninth bhava, the native will be endowed with abundant fortunes, virtues, and beauty, and will enjoy happiness from co-born. And the 10th lord in the 10th house, the native will be skillful in all jobs, be valorous, truthful, and devoted to elders. And the 11th lord in the 11th house, the native will gain in all his undertakings, while his learning and happiness will be on the increase day by day. And for our Mesh ascendants, the 12th lord will be in the 12th house. The native will only face heavy expenditure and will not have physical felicity, be irritable and spiteful. So, folks, there you have it for our Mesh Ascendants. I hope that this blueprint will help you to, understand your Bava effects, and so that will help you also to, aim your energy to where you need it. And also have an idea of how your lords are working throughout your houses. So, folks, again, I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed learning it and sharing it with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.